How to Train Your Dragon 2010 versus How to Train Your Dragon 2025. Hope you all enjoy. Also, before the remake even came out, the sequel was announced. Guess I know what versus video I'll be doing in 2 years' time. Round 1 main plot. During a war between Vikings and dragons, the son of the chief Hiccup was to be one of them, but ends up befriending one of the dragons. This is good plot. And being a remake, this one is pretty similar but longer. There's also some new bits in it. This was of course a good remake, but I feel like I would have to stick to the original. So yeah, the winner for this round is the original. Round 2 characters. You got the twins Tough Nut and Rough Nut. They're a crazy duo, and definitely acted like most siblings would. You got the dragon expert Fish Legs, who, along with a character I'll get to later, he's my favourite human character. You got Snotlout, who of course takes pride in himself and tries to impress the girls, mainly Astrid. Speaking of her, you got the one Viking who you definitely would want to be on her bad side. You got Hiccup's mentor Gobber, who was in charge of training the kids to kill dragons. You got Hiccup's dad and chief of the island Stoic, who's not exactly the best father ever, but he does make things right near the end. And finally, you got the awkward teen himself, Hiccup. Along with Fish Legs, he's my favourite human character. So yeah, these are some good fun characters. In the new one, you got the twins Tough Nut and Rough Nut, who definitely look like twins. Also, they're older than the other characters because they flunked dragon training 4 times. Or, as Tough Nut put it, too fallible to let go of. You got Snotlout, who his father was clearly ashamed of until near the end. You got Fish Legs. He's still a nice nerdy character, and the only one who wasn't really competitive with dragon training and was happy for Hiccup. You got Astrid, who in this one she was a bit more friendly with the other teams, but still a bit mean-spirited towards Hiccup. Also, what she said to him sounded a bit like treason, since she was hoping to become chief instead of him. Still, like the original, she became friendlier later on. You got Gobber, who in this one's a bit weird to hear without a Scottish accent. Also, he wasn't exactly the most patient with kids. Guess that's another reason why he would never marry. You got Stoic, who was played by the same guy from the original, Gerald Butler. And finally, you got Hiccup. Like Fish Legs, he's still a nice character. So yeah, these are nice new versions of the characters, but I think I like the original more. So yeah, once again, the winner's the original. Round 3.
Dragons.
You got the small but mighty terrible terror. They might look cute, but don't underestimate their size. You got the Queen of Dragons, the Red Death, who was a bit of a tyrant, demanding dragons bring food back to her, and if they don't, she'll eat them. You got the goggle named Meatlug, who, like the terrible terror, was kind of cute. You got the hideous Sibbleback Bath and Belch, 2 heads twice the trouble. You got the deadly Natter Stormfly, who, along with the dragon I'll get to in a minute, is my favourite dragon character in this film. You got the Mother's Nightmare Hookfang, who can sometimes of course be a bit hot-headed. And finally you got the unholy offspring of lightning and death itself, the Night Fury Toothless, who, like Stormfly, is my favourite dragon character. He is basically a big cat with wings. So yeah, these are good dragons. In the new one you got the Terrible Terror. I like how the new design looks a bit like a chameleon. Cute. You got the Red Death, who in this one showed more control over the dragons. Yeah, in the original she got the dragon to obey, but she could have stopped the rider's dragon from attacking her. In this one she showed a bit more control when she tried to get Stormfly to obey. Still not as powerful as Bewilderbeast's control though. You got Meatlug the Crocodile, who acted like a dog with her tongue out. Also, along with Toothless, was the friendliest out of all the dragons. You got the hideous Sibbleback Bath and Belch, whose design was interesting. You got Stormfly the Deadly Natter, who just might not look as colourful as in the original, but she was still nice. You got the Mother's Nightmare Hookfang, who was a bit more ferocious in this than the original. And finally you got Toothless, who unlike some of the other dragons who were made to look fierce, he still has his cute appearance of course. He's basically just an overgrown dog-cat hybrid. So yeah, like the original, these dragons were good. One more thing, in this one they decided to add 2 new dragons, a Rumblehorn and a Squirrel, one of my favourites. I like both versions, so this time round the winner's a tie. Round 4 action. In the original you of course got a few dragon related action scenes, like dragon attacks, Toothless vs Hookfang, and of course the final battle. And in the remake you of course got the same kind of action stuff. As live action, some of it's a bit brutal though. I feel like I would have to go for another tie though, since they're kind of similar. But if you were keeping score, the overall winner is the original How to Train Your Dragon. Like some people say, you can't beat the original. The end, hope you all enjoyed.